Hi everybody, Angie here, coming on to do a little play with you guys today. It is Sunday afternoon and I thought we would do just something nice and relaxing. Can't get any better than doing some collaging. There is a popular fast food place that opened up in my town called the In-N-Out Burger Joint. In-N-Out, I'm sure everybody has heard of it. We finally got our first one built and opened up this fall. I think they opened up about November-ish, just before the holidays. And it's a big rave here. I mean, there's not much to do in our town, but a lot of restaurants. So everybody looks forward to eating out and trying new places to eat. So we thought we would finally give it a try. And when we just went through the drive-thru. When we went through the drive-thru, they asked us if we wanted placemats for our laps for us to eat in the car. And we had planned on bringing our meal home, but we just said, sure, why not? Because it's our first time. We didn't know exactly what they were talking about. Well, this is what they gave us. These little, just as they said, paper placemats. You know, when you're in the car and trying to eat and, you know, you drip and spill. And so I was like, got these home. And I didn't want to throw them away, but I thought they would make good bases for collaging. So let's just try that out. They are, see if we can get a couple of them done here while we're chatting. Good size, 13.5 by 10. So I thought they would make, as a matter of fact, let's see, they'd make a nice big, like a folio or a 6.5 if we were to fold them. Pretty big size. So I got some pieces here, and I thought we'd just have a little play, a little relaxing time, and do some collaging on here. I have a whole bunch of, I don't know how much that's going to fill, but they're like pinks and purples and some book pages, and so I thought that might be a nice little blend. I went through my scraps and pulled all those out. So let's just see what we could come up with. How is everyone this day? Hope everybody's well and doing good. Getting time in their craft rooms, doing whatever they love to do. I am good. We just got over a little bit of a snow last night. Not very much, but it got very, very cold. Got down to, I think I want to say about 20. And that's pretty chilly for here, considering what the temperature has been over the last some time, you know. It's been pretty mild here for this time of year, so it got pretty chilly. And of course, when that wind chill kicks in, it really feels worse. And the wind was blazing, I will say. So other than that, very calm, very quiet. And I am just laying these down randomly. You know, pretty normal for a collage. Not putting much thought into it, just going for it. And I thought I would do maybe something with some tags or something with the pieces. Maybe even make a journal page with it. Who knows? So I've got 3 of them, so they can be cut down and made into, and I'm purposely going to do the words every different way. We don't want any rhyme or reason on this. We're just putting it down. So then when we cut these down to the appropriate size that we want, we can use them in any direction that we choose, you know. I even have some blank pink pages here. Take away that straight edge though. And I'm not inking because this is just going to be, you know, of course, the base. So I'm just going to put the papers down, and then when we do the actual decorating on the, cut it down to the size that we want, then you can decide on inking. I love doing masterboards like these because they're just they're just relaxing, you know. There's no you just put it down, no thinking, no stress. So funny over the years how we have come, or I have come, should I say, to looking at everything. I mean, and I mean literally everything so differently. I hate to throw anything away. I'm always looking at something to see how I can repurpose it, how I can use it in my craft space and craft projects. And I'm sure you guys do the same thing, but it's so fun when we can bring something home and turn it into something beautiful for our journals. Brings me such pleasure. And another little piece there. Okay. And of course it's going to curl, but once it dries, it'll flatten out some. And I think I'll leave this side blank until I decide what I'm going to use them for. I'm going to put that off to the side here. Oops, that's not going to hold there. And we'll do another one. And I'm going to hang this one off because I don't need all that empty space on there. Cut that away. Right across that edge there. Those straight edges a bit. And I thought what I would do is I'm sure everybody knows who she is, Gail Agostinelli. She does this process on her channels from time to time. It's where I got the idea, is you collage the front, and then once you're done, you flip it over, and don't look at the design, and cut out your shapes, and use it accordingly. I think that's a fun way to look at it, because then you're not concentrating on which way to cut. Okay, I got to cut this piece because the words are going this way or image is going that way. You're just cutting. You're just laying them down and you're going for it. And I really love that. I've done it think once or twice before. So I thought this would be a good technique to bring in again for this project. So when I get done, I will just flip it over and do some random cuts. And I think it's awesome when we can support one another and get inspiration and encouragement from other channels. And so thank you, Gail, for that. And what else do we got here? Let's pull in a piece of this. Looks as though I missed a sliver of a piece right here, so we're just gonna lay that down right there, and there's a little piece peeking out there, so we'll get another small strip. All right. So there's a couple. I think that's a good start. Move my glue book out there. I'll do the third one off camera, because I think if we get them all collaged, we won't have time to get any of them cut. So we'll go ahead and start cutting down. My glue sticks out of the way. Bring in my cutter. Move everything off to the side. And trim and clean up my edges first. I have to do these by hand because they won't fit in my cutter. This is a long piece. Do the same with this one real quick. Let's get to cutting and be pleasantly surprised here and see what we've come up with. All right, they're upside down, and we are just going to start cutting. So again, we have a piece that's 13 and a half. So let's start maybe with, let's try our best to do 1 into journal cards, and we'll do as many tags as we can out of the other one. So if we do journal cards, maybe say 3.5 inches by 5. It's probably a good size. And see how many we can get out of it. 3.5, and that's 10 inches. So there's 2. We're going to keep them face down to the last, and we'll take a look at them. 3.5. And I want to do some the other way, so I'm going to do 3.5 this way. And I may lose a little bit of the paper, but that's okay. 3.5 by 5. Turn it. Let's go 3.5, 5. And then this one is look more like a tag shape, so we'll start that one out with a tag. And very minimal scraps, not too bad. We'll go ahead and toss those. Okay, so this one we're starting out with 3 by 6.5. That's a good size tag. So let's do 6.5. And 3. 3, 3, and very minimal scrap there. Okay, so let's turn this a little bit. Let's see, we've got, so we'll go 3 inches this way by 6.5. 3. Very small piece of scrap there. We'll go ahead and hold on to that piece. That looks like that might be a good piece for something. We'll go ahead and part with the smaller ones. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tag shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 journal cards. All right, let's get this straightened up. Let's take a look at what we've got. How about that, guys? Not too bad, huh? There's 1. There's 2, 3, 'kay. So we've got for journaling cards. 1. I like that one. I like that one. All right, not too bad. And I've got enough scraps here to do the last one. Let's go ahead and get the edges trimmed up, and I'll use my crocodile corner punch and use the 1/2-inch punch on the journal cards. And I think I could do 2. Cuts better when I have at least 2 thicknesses in there. And it always leaves a little snag. I'm not pleased with this cutter at all. I'm really not. I wish I could return it or exchange it and get another one, because I've only had it a few months and I don't use it often. I don't know if they dull, but it was doing it right from the start. But, oh well. What do? You push through and carry on, right? So because of that, I always go flip it over and do 2 cuts. Double the work, but do what we gotta do. All right, very pretty. All right, so now let's cut these into tag shapes, and we're just gonna mix them up and do them in any fashion here. Do the whole flip over to measure so both sides are equal. And then we can use that one as a template for the others. Two at a time. Let's see how well that works. One's a little bit longer, so I have to trim that down. Good size tags, 3 by 6.5. Good size. Now we've got some ready-made bases for tags and decorating when at the ready. All right, here we go. I still have one more sheet to work with. That's not too bad. Always a fun thing when we can repurpose things, I'll tell you. It brings me a lot of enjoyment. I'm just trying to straighten these out just a bit. So there we go, guys. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tags. And 6 journal cards. Journal cards are, again, what was that? Forgot that fast. 3.5 by 5. And the tags are 3 by 6.5. How about that? Always a fun thing. Again, when we can repurpose and reuse and turn it into something pretty for our crafting. So that's going to be it for today. I'm going to go ahead and do the last one. I'll go ahead and use up these little scraps here, do the last one off camera, cut those down, and get a few more pieces out there. So you will definitely be seeing these pulled out again in future videos, and they will be getting decorated for a future journal. Okay? So thank you so much for your time today, guys. I truly appreciate it. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, leave me a comment, and I will see you again on the next video. Okay? Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.